Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Holmesburg Prison in Philadelphia. For over 2 decades, a major U.S. institution ran secret experiments on incarcerated men, and the doctor was never punished. The inmates were mostly black men, poor, forgotten. And then Dr. Albert Kligman walked in. He was a dermatologist from the University of Pennsylvania. Prestigious, well-connected, respected. But when he looked at those prisoners, he didn't see human beings. He saw test subjects. For the next 23 years, Kligman ran experiments that would make Nazi doctors blush. He tested chemical weapons. Dioxin, the active ingredient in Agent Orange. He rubbed it on prisoners' skin in doses 7,500 times higher than what harmed people in Vietnam. He injected them with viruses, exposed them to radioactive materials, tested psychedelic drugs and experimental pharmaceuticals. Some prisoners were locked in rooms and dosed with LSD for weeks to study the effects of prolonged hallucinations. Others were covered in dangerous chemicals to see how deep into the skin they'd penetrate. The prisoners were paid $10, sometimes $300, pocket change for permanent damage. Men left with scars covering their bodies, chronic illnesses, psychological breakdowns. But here's the thing, Kligman wasn't some rogue scientist. He was funded by the U.S. Army, by Dow Chemical, by Johnson & Johnson, by the CIA. These experiments weren't hidden in a basement. They were sanctioned, institutional, official. And when it all came out in the 1970s, when human rights groups exposed what happened, Kligman showed no remorse. He called the prisoners acres of skin. He said they volunteered. In 1984, the University of Pennsylvania quietly distanced itself from him. But they never stripped his titles, never apologized to the victims. Kligman died in 2010, at 93 years old, in his home, surrounded by family. No charges, no trial, no punishment. His obituary in the New York Times called him a giant in dermatology. The men he tortured, most of them died in poverty, in pain, with no compensation, no recognition. And the university that enabled him, still standing, still respected. History is full of people who got away with the unthinkable. If you want to learn how to research, expose, and profit from uncovering the truth, link in bio.